What's going on, everybody, and welcome to J Sports Seattle. In this video, I'm hopping right into it. So if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. And without further ado, let's get on with this video. So, for the 22nd time in 24 years, the Seattle Mariners missed the playoffs. And it's just, I don't know what else to say, but just, I'm used to it, I guess. Like, at this point, it's like, always get your hopes up, and then it just comes crashing down. And there's only one person I blame. I solely put the blame on one person. I put it on three people, and then after one of them left, I started to realize that the other person might actually be being handicapped, and it's John Stanton. This is 100% on John Stanton, and it's no one else. DePoto he's made questionable decisions, but I think DePoto is being handicapped by John Stanton. The reason being is because this guy right here, man. This guy is all kinds of evil. It's because of this. So, we don't spend. We just don't spend. Here, let me fix that. There we go. So we are bottom 10 in spending. We were bottom 10 in off-season spending. And it's ridiculous. It's getting absolutely ridiculous at this point. You look at all the people that, obviously there's a few that are not going to be up there. But if you look at all the people that are in the playoffs, or going to be in the playoffs, they all have above average payroll. The Dodgers obviously are the kings of payroll this year with nearly $1.3 billion payroll, and they're about to make the playoffs and probably win the division again. The Giants, they did pay a bunch of money, but they're going to miss the playoffs. But they went all in. I don't know if their roster was good enough for that. I know our roster was good enough for us to go all in, considering we had star players and we have pitchers. But yeah, Philly, a division leader, making the playoffs again. Arizona, going to the playoffs most likely. Kansas City, going to the playoffs. Houston, winning the division. Chicago were a playoff team at one point, and they just fell off. But Mets, I think they're like fighting for a playoff spot right now. Milwaukee, division leader. Obviously, the Angels are. Artie Moreno doesn't know what he's doing over there. But Red Sox, they fell off, so nah. But even then, they've been in the playoffs the past few years. Detroit, playoff team. And that's like getting closer to like average. But like even average, people who spend but if you look at a majority of the people that spend money, they're in the playoffs right now, or fighting for a playoff spot. Versus we're down here and we're no longer in the playoffs. And it's ridiculous. Like, I just don't understand. Like, the Baltimore, they already have a stacked roster, so they're just trying to get an extra couple pieces. So they're fine. Kansas City stacked same deal, but they added on even more. Let's see who else that could be explained. The Yankees, they already have a stacked roster, so they didn't really need to do a lot of offseason free agent spending. Same with the Rangers, because they just came off a World Series ring. They didn't really need to add too much. But yeah, we're down there with all the people that are selling. Even the Twins. Somehow the Twins didn't spend. That's because they already have a good roster, and they usually build from the ground up. But yeah, like we have really good pitching and really good defense, but absolutely just no offense, because we wouldn't invest anything on offense in the offseason. We waited until in the middle of the season to go get Victor Robles. We waited until the middle of the season to go get a Rosarena. So like we do that if we did that in the offseason, we'd be in the playoffs right now. because those guys would have already been with us and would have already have been contributing at the start of the season. And that's why I think it might be Stanton that's handicapping Dipoto, because I feel like at any point we could have gotten to Rosarena either last year or in the off season. But but Stanton could have just been like, just been really, really, really stubborn and just like, nah, we're good. What we have is good, and and he's just that's the money. That's the money talking right there. He doesn't care about winning. He just doesn't. So if he doesn't care about winning, then he's not going to want trades to happen. So I feel like with the Mariners making that massive slide, I feel like it forced Stanton's hand and forced him to let Dipoto trade for Rosarena. That might sound some like conspiracy theory stuff, but like, just think we could have gone to Rosarena at any point. We could have gone him in the offseason, but for some reason we didn't. So it just doesn't make any sense to why we waited until we really, really needed the help to do it when we could have done it at any time. So I do think Stanton is the one really pulling all the cards, and he does not care. He's just scraping enough to get by. And like I said, that whole 54% thing that Dipoto was talking about, I feel like that's just a reflection of what Stanton wants with the team. Stanton is literally doing the same thing that Howard Lincoln was doing, and it's just sickening. And I feel like Dipoto was trying to wash what he says because he knows the history of how if Mariners owners say bad things about or if Mariners like coaches or GMs or presidents of baseball operations say bad things about ownership, they'll ship them out. For example, when Lou Piniella got shipped out to Tampa for a fourth outfielder because he was criticizing the ownership for not doing more off-season spending. It's just ridiculous. Like I said, Stanton, when do you realize enough is enough? Okay, like when do you realize that you have enough money to live 3 more lifetimes and just let give it to someone else who would actually care about spending money and making this team competitive for World Series? And the thing is like there's no salary cap. So that's the reason why. That's even more evidence that it's really Stanton that's in charge of all of this, because he could easily go and get as many people as you want because there's no salary cap, and I feel like you got to take advantage of that, especially like if anything you feel like you want to take advantage of that, it's just ridiculous. But Stanton doesn't want to take advantage of that, because he doesn't care. And I will keep asking until he does it. When will you sell the team? When will you realize enough is enough? When will you realize having over $1 billion in net worth is enough for you and your family to live? And just stop letting Mariners fans suffer. That's just ridiculous. And Mariners fans, I respect you guys for showing up still and putting up with this. It's ridiculous. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if even how loyal you guys have been the past few years and just overall for a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys decide to boycott the team and stop showing up to games. Because really, in reality, the only way for him to sell the team is if people stop showing up to games. I'm not going to tell you guys. I know in the previous video I told you guys to stop showing up to games. Don't do that. Because, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But in reality, in order for him to actually sell the team, people need to stop showing up. People will have to stop showing up to games. That's how Stanton would sell the team, because he'll realize that nobody's going to games anymore. Well, my job here is done. Time to sell it off to someone and get money. Just sell it for billions of dollars and when he does eventually sell the team, he's gonna sell it for $5-6 billion. So on top the $1 billion he already has, he's just gonna be adding on top of that, on top of whatever he's already making by not spending on free agency. So that is just the class. That is just the epitome of human greed and just straight up just not caring about anybody else but yourself, and it's just ridiculous. And it's sickening. It's so sickening. That's the reason why, like, if there was a salary cap, we wouldn't be having this conversation, because Stanton would realize it's not his money. Definitely, he's just the only way for us to really move on and take that next step to try to compete for World Series is for Stanton to sell to an owner, and to an owner that cares about winning and not about money in his pockets, and his pockets being full. So, it's ridiculous. And this dude right here, man, you are evil, and I'm wishing bad things upon you right now. Like, obviously not too serious, but like, I'm wishing you need to stop doing this. I'm wishing that one day you just wake up and realize, oh man, what have I done to the Mariners organization that's missed the playoffs? 7 times in the 8 years I've been the owner, or 8 times in the 9 years I've been the owner. When are you gonna realize that? So I'm just, oh my goodness, I'm cursing at you, and so many curse words at you right now in my head. Like, I am fed up. I'm absolutely fed up with what you are doing to this team, and it's ridiculous that that you just keep putting up with this. I mean, and I feel like, let's see, 2019. In 2019, and he became, so yeah, it definitely is him, because he became responsible for this Mariners day-to-day operations. So that honestly is proof right there that it really is Dipoto that's being handicapped by Stanton, and Stanton is really the one that is being in charge of everything. He's probably letting Dipoto do the drafting, and drafting like the pitchers and stuff, because he was a pitcher, and that's his specialty. But like the money and stuff, he's like, yeah, I'm taking care of that. You don't have any say in that. And like in 2019, 3 years after Stanton purchased the team, just few wins, and then we didn't make the playoffs until 2022, and we kind of went on a miraculous run in order to do so. And then the year after, we didn't want to do any off-season spending. Look at this. So this is 2023. This is the 2023 offseason, the year after we made the playoffs. Hold up. It's being weird. $8 million though. You can already tell where I'm going with this. We were second to last offseason in offseason spending. And what happened in 2023? We missed the playoffs by 1 game. So it's like you can see what the problem is here and where the problem lies. It's not. Yes, Service had an issue in it. It's not Dipoto. It's 100% squarely on John Stanton. So please, for the love of me, and for the love of all Mariners fans, and who have been struggling for God knows how long, John W. Stanton, please sell the damn team and stop being a greedy bastard. I'm going to keep reiterating this until you do it. I will keep making videos on this until you do it. So, please, I know you're never going to see them, but I'm putting it out in the universe. So, please, sell the damn team, because we are fed up. We are absolutely fed up. You're lucky I'm not yelling at you right now through this microphone, because I yelled at you. I've yelled at you in the past, but I'm tuning down on that. I'll try to remain civil, but it's hard to remain civil when you are thinking about nothing but yourself and literally just draining people's health, mental health, and wallets, because you want to fund your billion dollar empire or whatever. So it's like, just please stop it and sell it. So that's all I have for this video. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Mariners and Seattle sports content. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good day. And go Hawks, go Mariners, and go Kraken.